Oh, these shoes are such a mess. We've got a pretty small front entrance in this house, and with 8 people living here, that means there's a lot of shoes at the front door. So I need to figure out a storage solution to get these shoes contained and give us some walking space here. I want to find one of those vertical shoe cabinets where the shoes kind of come out of a drawer and they slide in and you can close it up. So I'm going to take a look at what IKEA has because it's 10 minutes away. So if I can find something there, I can go pick it up today and get this taken care of. This is what I'm thinking I want to get. This is the IKEA Hemnes Shoe Cabinet. And it's got 2 big drawers for shoes, a little drawer at the top for storage so we can put our keys and wallets in there, and then a nice shelf on the top for whatever else lands at the front door. But I think that this will work. So I'm gonna measure and make sure that it'll fit. I do have a vent there, so hopefully that's not an issue to have this over top of the vent, but I'll see. I wanted to know if the cabinet that I had picked out was gonna fit well on this wall. And so I measured with my son and we marked it out with painter's tape to get an idea for the size that it was gonna occupy in the front entrance here. So you can see that there's an air vent on the floor here, but because the cabinet that I found has feet that are gonna raise it up about 4 inches off of the floor, I'm not concerned about it half covering that air vent because we're still gonna get air circulation just fine with it slightly covered because it's not going to be enclosing it or anything. So I think I'm going to mount it flush into the corner here. That'll give us some storage space on the top, and then you're not going to be worried about things falling off on the edge if it's got a gap between the wall and the cabinet. But I'm feeling good about this, and so I'm going to get to work, put it together. I found what I was looking for. It was really quick in and out into the self-serve area to pick this up. So now I'm gonna get to work putting it together. I'll show you my process of building this thing and installing it. So make sure you stick around to the end to see how my front entrance gets transformed by getting those shoes off the floor. Here we go, found instructions. I'm gonna get started by sorting out all the hardware. I like to get everything set up and organized into piles of what's what so that it's easy to find what I need. So that's what I'm gonna do next. Okay, I got everything sorted on the floor. I just want to make sure that I have everything that I'm supposed to have, that the quantities are right. So I'm going to double check that against the list now. Since this box was labeled box number 1, I'm assuming that the first pieces that I'm going to need are going to be in this box. So I'm going to just pull these all out, get them set up, and then I can find what I need for step 1 and start putting things together. Also, when I'm building IKEA furniture, I like to use the boxes as my building surface, just in case I might damage something. Then the box is going to take the brunt of the work instead of it happening on my floor or something. Okay, what am I looking for? I think I'm looking for these. Yeah, these are the front posts. lugs, little dowels. Just this. I feel like I have these set up backwards. Like this. Does that work? What am I looking at here? This is the most confusing thing I've ever built from IKEA. Usually it is like so no-brainer which piece goes where, but I don't know. This is this, and this goes here. No, I mean, not this piece. Should be a hole. Like so. Okay, okay. That one goes there. This one goes in here. Where are we? I just needed to turn them in the same direction and the same angle as the picture, and now we're good to go. I'm looking for the bigger, what are these things called? Lag bolts, maybe? I'm not quite sure. And I'm gonna attach them now. In case you've never built a piece of furniture like this before, I just wanna show you how these mechanisms work. So these are what I screwed into the first pieces of wood. And now I'm gonna secure these through the second boards, and they're just gonna turn. They have a thread for a screwdriver right there. And when you screw it in, it turns around here and then it locks onto this screw and it can't come off. Obviously, I'm not holding it at the right angle, so it is looking like it's popping off, but this is gonna just tighten around and lock it in tight. I'm finding that it really helps to finger tighten these screws into place before I come in with my Allen key. It just holds the board in the place where I want it. So just feed it into the holes and then finger tighten it and tighten it up with the hex key. That's one side done. I'm moving on now to step 6. So I'm going to be laying these sides of the cabinet onto the floor and attaching these little plastic things. Doesn't make sense. There's a big gap. It's not tightening. I don't know if it's not in straight or what. I'll try a different one. Okay, that one's better. I might take that one back out and try it again. Okay, it's tight and flush. And where did my 4th screw go? I should have 8 of these. Found it. Now I need these things, whatever they are, 4 of them, and 4 screws for those. And they're gonna go here, I believe. Now I need to attach these drawer slides to the top of the cabinet. So I just need to figure out which one. It's this one. These need to get screwed into the cabinet, and then these ones will get installed on the drawer once I build that. So I will set those to the side. I'm just looking at this right here, and I think I put this piece on backwards. This is going to be the front of the cabinet, and I most definitely should not have holes visible here. So I'm going to take this back off. Thankfully, I didn't secure it yet, and get that piece turned around. I found the detail that I missed before. This is showing how I should have had that board placed to begin with. So now I have it correct. Let's put this side back on. Okay, 1, 2, 3. I think there's one up here. Did I tighten that already? 4. And then the 2 on the back. I'm starting to feel like I'm running out of room here, so I need to move some of these things out of the way. So, I think I'm supposed to turn this now. And now I need the top. So this is my top. I feel like building IKEA furniture is basically Lego for homeowners. The instructions have no words, and you just need to line things up at the correct angle, find the right parts, put it together, complete with the experience of stepping on the pieces that you put on the floor and you forgot where they were. Isn't it fun stepping on Lego? I just stepped on the screws. That didn't feel nice. Next up, I've got these little feet that I just need to hammer into the legs of the frame. My frame is complete, so I'm going to take this to the front entrance and figure out how to mount it. I don't think that the holes that they've pre-drilled for me are going to be in the right place, and because I want to secure this directly to studs if I can help it, and not just use drywall anchors, I might be drilling some new holes in this backing in order to get it secured well on the wall. I just hate dealing with drywall plugs. So because I can drill through this thing and get myself some new holes for securing it, I think I'm going to do that. So let's haul it over there and see what we're working with. It's heavy. Okay. This thing is taller than I expected it to be. It would help if this wall was square, but it seems to not be. Hopefully that's not a problem. Okay, let's see where the studs are here. So you can see this is one of the holes, these are the holes that they've given me to drill into. And I don't think we're gonna be lucky enough to find a stud behind both of them. Reason being, they are 22 inches apart, which is not the distance that studs are placed in a wall. So that's entirely unhelpful. But there's one right here. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to drill another hole in my backing pieces here. And then I can drill into the stud for this side. I'm going to just forget about these holes because they're irrelevant. If I drill new holes here and here, and then I use a drywall plug on these holes, this thing will still be really secure. So that's my plan. I'm going to mark with a pencil where I need to be putting my drywall anchors for these, and then I'm going to mark on my backing boards here where I need to drill new holes. Then I will drill those, mark, maybe I should drill first. I will drill my holes first. And then I'm going to mark with pencil on the wall where I'm drilling into, and then we'll be good to go. Okay, I've got my drill bit. I brought a piece of cardboard just to put behind here so that I'm not drilling into the wall unnecessarily. And then I can get this thing installed. I'm finding that this wall, I mentioned before, it's not square, meaning it's not sitting, the cabinet is not sitting flush with the wall on both sides, which is fine. I can tighten it up when I put the screws in, but I'm worried it's going to affect the opening and closing of the shoe drawers, like that they're not going to be aligned and sitting right in here. So fingers crossed that it'll all work out in the end. But I'm going to mark the holes now for screwing this into the wall, and hopefully it works properly and I don't put holes in this thing and end up not being able to use it. Here, I'm using these drywall anchors from IKEA. They're pretty good, but now that I look at it, I didn't drill a hole big enough. See if that does it. Okay, I wanted to show you what I'm using in the wall here. I've got 4 screws, and the heads of them are a little bit like skinny for the holes, and so I found some washers. These are from my washing machine. From the shipping bolts, like when they're brand new, they have these bolts that hold the drum in place, and then they remove them when they install it. So the shipping bolts were just laying on top of the washing machine still. And so I decided to take those, and that should help me with installing this. This looks good. So the left side is where I've got my drywall anchors, and then I'm going right into the stud on that side. Let's just line these up here. I'll tighten these all up once I've gotten all my screws in the wall. For now, I'm just putting them in loosely. Wow, I should really not be pushing on that part. I could break it. Oh, push here. It's pretty sturdy, I would say. Okay, tighten that up a bit more. There's a little bit of a gap over here because the wall's not square, but I think that's a good thing because I think that it will help the function if it isn't snugged up all the way to the wall. With the placement of the screws, I can't get that corner down tight against the wall, and I think it's probably better that way. So it's not noticeable enough to be visually an issue for me, and I think that the drawers are going to function better. But this has taken me 2 hours already, and I need to make supper, so I think the actual drawers, shelves, whatever you want to call them, are gonna have to wait till tomorrow. I will see you tomorrow in a different shirt and get this finished off. I am back and I'm ready to get this cabinet finished up, so let's get to work. All I need to do is make the 2 shoe drawers and the top drawer and get them popped in, and we're good to go. This is where I finished off yesterday with securing these screws into the wall, and so today I need to get constructing these plastic parts of the shoe shelves. So I'm gonna get everything pulled out of the box and get it sorted to figure out what's what. I think that's right. So these are the things that actually hold the shoes, and then I need to install them onto the drawer fronts. So these are just gonna get screwed down like this. Oh, there's even holes that pop the plastic in. Nice. I have 6 screws here that need to go all the way around this plastic insert. So it looks like 2 at the top and 4 at the bottom. I've got 3 steps left. I need to build the top drawer, install the knobs on the front of all these drawers, and then just go put them into the cabinet. So I'm gonna set everything up for building the top drawer and get that finished up. It feels so much better in here now to get the shoes off of the floor into these cabinets. Now the task will just be reminding people to actually put their shoes away and not kick them off and leave them at the door. But I think this is really going to help make the flow of traffic through our house a lot better. And we've got a nice little drawer here for keys and wallets and things that you want to have stored by the front door. And I'm really happy. I chose this Hemnes cabinet partly because, well, mainly because I liked the design of it, but also we had the Hemnes line in our bathroom in our old house. We had the vanity, and we were really happy with how it held up. For being made out of particle board, it's pretty sturdy, and I like the look of it. I like that it's a clean, more traditional looking style. So yeah, I would recommend this. I'm a little unhappy that this drawer is not sitting completely flush with the front, but I'm picky about those kinds of things. I'm sure I'll get used to it and I'll stop looking at that eventually. Thank you so much for hanging out with me here today, and let me know in the comments if there's other areas of the house that you want to see me tackle as I get things organized and set up. I can take you along for that journey. I'll see you next time. Bye.